Make your move. Make your move. Make your move. Fantastic. Celebrate your win. Fantastic work. All right, have a seat. Feeling great. A couple things on our coaching relation. This is actually the first time I've shared this in this context. It's really brief, but I think it's helpful. And this is one of the standards that I'd invite you to consider setting for your coaching relationships as well. A little bit more on the theoretical side. So if you've ever had a coach, you know that you don't need to like your coach. It's irrelevant. How many of you actually had a coach like in sports or something like that in your life? Okay, so at least more than half of you, at least. And how many of you has it been an experience that at one time or another, if that coach stayed with you for a while, where you just hated your coach's guts? Anybody ever had that experience? Yeah, chances are. If they're doing their job, there's a good chance, it's not like guaranteed, they don't have to make you hate them, that's not their job, but they're going to do some things that you probably won't like. That's why they got to be there, right? So you don't need to like your coach. It's irrelevant. And also just consider, and a lot of coaches, they're playing this game because their rule for life is everyone must love me. Not a really great rule to have, because chances are at some point, some people can't even love themselves, much less love you. So chances are that's gonna be a sticky situation, and it's gonna be a recipe for pain. But also consider, especially as a coach, is like my client doesn't have to like me every moment. It's great if they do, and it's great if we're friends too, but I'm not there to be their friend. The friends that you're surrounded by, they're the people that put up with your pettiness and your whining. That's why they're your friends. A friend is somebody, you show up late for lunch or the movie or whatever, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. It was the traffic and everything, and the friend's like, oh, it's okay. I was just, hanging out. No problem. Let's go do it. And, then you walk away, and they turn to somebody else. It's like, you can never count on that guy. They're never on time. That's a friend. I think we have enough friends. A coach, that's a very different relationship. A coach, you're like late. Oh my God, I'm sorry I'm late. You're right. And then, the traffic, and, is like, don't make excuses. I'm sorry I wasted your time. Okay, apology accepted. Be on time next time, and let's get to work. That's a coach. It's a very different relationship, and it's not always a likable one. But most people are missing that in their life, and that's why most people have what is usually judged as mediocre. You know that the average individual, statistically now, has 0.5 best friends, that they are clinically depressed, and that they're anywhere between 20 and 60 pounds overweight. And they have a variety of pills that they take to try to mitigate either health or psychological consequences of their life and their lifestyle and how they operate. That's mediocrity. That is statistically you, right? Statistically just the way we are as humanity, right? So if we're like, well, I just want what the odds will dictate, then that's what you get. So not a lot of people have this relationship in their life, and that's why it's so valuable. And that's also why a lot of people avoid it as well, is because they don't want to let go of the old life, number one, but also number two, they don't want to have a relationship like this because it's more rigorous. The rigor of that is what actually provides the result. So be willing to take the coaching, and what I mean by that is just try it on. Just try it on, meaning like if I offer you a piece of coaching or one of your coaches offers you coaching, actually take a second, consider it. Try it on, see if it fits. Does that mean that you have to own it and do it and be a slave to it? No, that's not what that's about. But it's just like if you were going shopping for a nice dress or a nice suit or something like that, go into the store and you're looking at, let's say, a jacket, right? And the salesperson at the store is like, well, hey, here, you like this jacket? Well, yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. It's like, well, you want to try it on? You can try it on. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to walk out of the store with it and wear it for the rest of your life. You don't have to do that. So just like trying that jacket on. Just be willing to try it on. Take a look at it. See if it fits for you. Now, that's all you need to do. Everybody willing to not being worried about liking your coach this weekend and being willing to try it on, say aye. Aye. All All right, all opposed? Great, motion's carried. So continuing on the coaching relationship, here's a couple promises. If you play full out, and actually really deliver at 100%, just like you demonstrated just now and for the rest of the weekend, here's what I guarantee for you. Your life will be changed for the better. I guarantee that. I guarantee that. And also, I have the proud privilege of saying that this is the lowest point you will ever be at in your life. Because in our relationship, in a coaching relationship, I mean, show me a sporting event that doesn't get more intense and the action doesn't rise throughout the event. Show me a movie where there's not more and more excitement as the action moves on and it builds towards the climax. This is not the high, this is the low. And with me as your coach, or with coaching, or any coach that you're in a serious coaching relationship with, the direction is not down, the direction is up. Okay, a couple rules. These are actually 3 rules I'm going to give you. Now, these are very simple rules, and if you remember the rules, you'll probably get along with me just fine. And any coach who actually expect these as well. A lot of people forget the rules, so at some point you'll have a problem with me. First one, I am not right. Your coach is not right. If you ask me, how do I handle my time better? I can tell you that. You ask me, what do I do to become a great coach? I can tell you that. You ask me, what do I do to shift my emotions and get out of fear or whatever? I can tell you that. I don't know what's right. I don't know what's right. Second rule, your coach does not know the truth. I don't know the truth. Can I give you advice on stuff? Yeah. Can I coach you? Yeah. Am I going to be intense at times? Am I going to act like what I'm saying is true? You bet. I operate with a certain amount of certainty, as probably you should as a coach as well. But I don't know the truth. You demean the coaching relationship, you demean my coaching and any coach that you're working with when you act like everything that they say is true. And your opinion, your ideas, your beliefs are just as valid as everybody else's in the context of our coaching. I don't know any more than you do. And actually, there's a couple, these aren't really rules, they're kind of under rules. But, how would I say this? In our coaching relationship, although I'll work with you, I will not give you coaching so as to get on the court. That's the ticket into the conversation, is that you get on the court. A coach needs players, so to speak, right? You gotta be on the court playing. I mean, if I was NBA basketball court coach, and my players are like, okay, I'm not playing, could you help me decide to play? That would be a funny conversation, right? And not to say that we can't talk about strategic decisions and stuff, and that's totally fine, right? But you need to be on the court, right? Coach needs players. And so you will not get off that easily in here so as to put all your faith or trust or expectations in what I'm going to do to make it all work, right? You got to play the game. You're the star, so to speak. You're the star player. Who am I? I'm just the coach. I'm just the coach. I mean, I'm not even on the court. I'm not even playing the game. I'm that guy on the sideline, with the 5 o'clock shadow, scratching himself, yelling from the sideline. That's me. That's me. I'm the coach. Who are you? You're my star player. So you will not get off easily in here. There's no guru. You are the star. And everyone's opinion is valid. But again, I want to reiterate, this isn't really written here, but you want to get on the court and really play to be that star player. Make your move. Make your move. Make your move. Make your move. And